Hello and welcome back to Nerdmageddon here on KZLX LP Maryville and also on the KNWT Facebook page, or rather YouTube channel. Thanks for hosting us. I'm your host, Simon Clark. With me I have...
Hello, I am John Taylor, the ginger-bearded man as usual. You know, classic, always.
Speaking of ginger-bearded, our masks are gone.
Yeah. We should have
How about
mentioned
that, right?
Yeah.
How about that, right?
Yes, that is wacky. That is
CDC
something.
finally said that we can, masks are not required indoors unless it is in a place where it's required, so like hospitals and around babies. So, yeah, that's cool. Sorry to overshadow your introduction.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. But then on my other side, I've also got...
Hey, folks. It's Richie Roveto. Welcome back. Glad to be here.
You're very tame as opposed to what you were just a few minutes ago.
Only when I introduce myself, because now I'm going to get loud.
You're going to get really loud. You're going to blow out the speakers.
Absolutely. Peaking audio and all the above.
Awesome. Perfect.
That's how it works.
So today's the 1st of March. That doesn't really matter. But we decided that we're going to visit one of our time-honored favorite traditions, doing tier lists. That's one of our favorite things to do on this show, and today is no different. We're doing Nickelodeon shows from when we were children. By that, I mean like
90s, 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s.
I was born
mostly.
2000s. I'm guessing you guys were 98.
You were 98. I was
98.
99. Yeah.
I'm the oldest.
wow.
I'm the eldest.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
I
the thing
should sit
is,
at the head of the table.
You should, yeah.
sit at the head of the table and like.
Do you want to switch right
Yeah,
now?
I could.
Right at this
No,
moment?
probably
don't,
not.
don't.
Because
No.
Ben just did a really nice job.
Our producer
setting
would
up
not
all the
like
cameras.
that.
Yeah, our producer Benjamin Wester would not like us to mess up the cameras. Anyway, so since we're a little short on time, because there's a lot in this tier list, we're just gonna go through the childhood ruins section, which is like parts of Nickelodeon that were just not good, that we didn't like, and that ruined our childhood, and then the animated perfection, which is kind of a lame way of saying it's good.
S tier.
It's S tier. I feel like saying
You say
animated perfection,
but I have a live action.
Yeah, I don't think they realized that I have multiple live actions.
Whoever made
so.
this tier list
Yeah.
was not thinking ahead. But luckily, we're here to amend their mistakes and give them a second chance.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I don't personally have a lot in the childhood ruined.
Neither do I.
But
And-
I have a couple.
I have two.
I have one.
Okay, John, what's yours?
True Jackson, and I've seen that show, but like I wouldn't even say
I've
that was
never
childhood
seen it.
ruined. I would just say out of all the shows that I've seen, that was definitely the one I was like, okay,
Do we just want to
to
call it bad then instead
Yeah, it
of
was pretty
childhood
bad.
ruin?
See, like meh is like like meh shows, but then what I just put for kind of like okay, I've never seen these shows.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right?
no, I've never seen True Jackson, so I have no basis for that. But
For me though, yeah, childhood
You
ruined. It was
experienced
not a Nickelodeon movie, definitely not,
no.
or
Okay.
Nickelodeon show at all, whatever it is.
Nickelodeon show that you enjoyed at least. Yeah. Okay. Richie, what do you have in the childhood ruin section?
Well, here's the thing. I have it on my cellular device. It's in very low quality for some reason when I sent it to myself, so I gotta look in real close. For the bad childhood ruin category, I have 3. all
Okay,
right?
go for it.
One of them is Zoe 101.
Okay. Okay.
I only remember one episode of that, and I remember they were like bullying some nerd. They were like dipping his stuff in acid, I think.
In acid?
I'm not even
What?
kidding. I'm not even kidding. I just remember him crying because they dropped a Darth Maul into acid.
Well, I think Ben would cry too if you dropped a Darth Maul action figure into acid. Although I don't think he cares for the first prequel at
Hey,
all.
you got to admit though, Darth Maul's cool. He's cool.
Darth
as
Maul
heck.
was cool.
All right.
Darth Maul was cool.
Other than that, I have the Mighty Bee. Listen, all right. I remember watching it. I would watch it when it was on, but my goodness, I remember I just remember the sister tormenting the little brother
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
And I put myself in the little brother's shoes, having an older brother.
Okay.
And oh my
okay.
goodness, I could relate. And I was
Yeah.
like,
See-
this ain't it.
See, I was a middle child, and I actually watched Mighty Bee on the Nicktoons channel as opposed to straight up Nickelodeon, because it was on Nickelodeon as like a Canadian show. That's what happens is like shows,
It'll
cartoon
branch
shows and
out.
stuff. Well, yeah, they'll take programming from Canada and stuff and put it in on American networks. So like Total Drama Island was a Canadian show.
The Donkey Kong Country animated show from the 90s was a Canadian.
Yeah, it was. Where did that air, by the way?
I don't remember.
Somewhere. Probably Cartoon Network. I don't know.
Probably, man.
Something like that,
It's
yeah.
wacky.
Probably. What else do you have in your ruin one?
Last one, you're gonna hate me. It's the Rugrats.
Really?
I'm not gonna hate you that much.
Well,
It's-
I will give
okay.
you the benefit of the doubt. I'll
Yeah?
give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, I don't think I put Rugrats past. Oh wait, no.
Oh wait,
Give me a
no,
second. I'm
it's
trying to
it's in
figure
his
it out.
S
It's
tier.
somewhere.
Uh-oh.
I think it. No, it's in my great tier. It's right
Yeah.
below
Okay.
S.
The only reason why it's
Yeah.
up there is because of the intro song.
The intro song's
That is
amazing.
literally
The
like
intro song
everyone knows
scared
that.
me. The show scared me. I don't know why. I didn't
The
like
animation
it.
style's scary. But
I
the
did-
thing is, I was introduced to that animation style before Rugrats. I actually saw Rugrats because the same animation studio did the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. Those VHS tape, dude. Lost
I know
media
what you're
for the win.
talking about.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about.
So I know you don't.
Animated or live action?
Animated. Well,
Okay,
it started as live action and then it went to animated.
Is that where you
because-
had Robble? Is that where you had the
What?
Hamburglar?
No, Hamburglar was in it, but he actually had voice and lines and he talked like normal. And Grimace was in it, and it's really good.
I'm not recalling.
You know what? I should have commended it a long time ago, but
Grimace is the goat, man. You
Grimace
ever
is the
think about
goat.
that?
He's amazing. He's
funny.
amazing.
Is he furry or do you think he's slimy?
He's slimy because he's supposed to be a taste bud.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So he leaves a trail like Gary the snail.
No, they don't. They don't go that deep into it.
Oh, that's or is it like fry grease? Oh, sorry, I'm getting off topic.
You're getting off topic. It's okay, but the
yeah.
same animation studio did that, so I wasn't scared of Rugrats.
Okay, listen, all right? I don't know why Tommy Pickle's voice, it scared me. I think it emitted a high-pitched frequency that gave me a headache.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? And that freaked me out. I didn't like the art style. I think the fact that they didn't have teeth, even though they're babies, freaked me out. But
Yeah.
that's supposed to make sense because, they're children. I don't know why, dude.
You're just
And then
dogging on the
there's-
show.
I am, and there's this episode where one of the babies
I
was
hate
really,
this
really
show.
big, and that scared me.
Dude, that was the.
It was
Okay, I do
that's
actually- I do
really.
actually.
That's actually a really not controversial, but everybody
Common,
knows.
But everyone remembers that episode is like, oh, what is happening?
Everybody
I didn't
remembers
like
that
that.
episode because
Yeah.
the giant baby is terrifying, and then the other one is the "I'm not Chucky" one, where he turns around, his face
right?
is all yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's messed up. You guys can look at it on your own time.
Chucky's
but
annoying, too. All right.
Childhood
that's
ruined.
just my 2
Chucky's
bits.
awesome. I love Chucky.
Eastvold.
I'm just realizing
that's
we're
my
missing
bad one.
shows on this list as well.
There are some shows on this
Yeah.
list that are missing that definitely should be on here, but it doesn't matter.
Continue. Simon?
So for mine, I have 2 in my childhood ruin because of their current statuses. Not because they were bad shows when I first watched them. In fact, they were great shows. The 2 shows that I have are Drake and Josh
Whoa.
and Fairly Odd Parents.
Well, okay,
Okay,
yeah.
are you gonna say Fairly Odd Parents because of the live action
No,
adaptation
he's
stuff?
talking about what I assume Butch Hartman.
Yeah. He's not a great guy.
Who's Butch Hartman?
The
the guy
animator.
who-
He's the animator. He
and
also
the
did Danny
creator.
Phantom, but he did Danny Phantom before all the weird stuff.
Danny
and
Phantom was just 3 seasons, 1 and done. But I think
Okay,
Fairly
but
Odd
we're
Parents
also
is
doing
still
the whole
going,
we're
isn't
also
it?
doing
No,
the
they
whole
ended it.
list about Nickelodeon with the whole mindset of Dan Schneider as well. So
yeah, that's why. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't let Dan Schneider sully my worldview because the content that was given to me as a child, it was still funny, it was still cool, but
Right.
knowing Dan Schneider was a creepy dude,
No, dude, that whole.
But that was
the whole-
all after the fact of
was
watching
all
the
after
shows.
the
Did you
fact,
know
yeah.
while watching Fairly Odd
No, of
Parents
course
that
not.
exactly?
No.
So it's just
So, but I will say this though, I was gonna put Fairly Odd Parents in my top tier, but I did stop because I'm looking at it and I was like, oh, I watch it so all the time. I had the Fairly Odd Parents board game as a kid. I remember playing that with my dad and brother. But then it's like, oh, but that guy. Oh, that Hartman fella. Oh,
That Hartman guy.
man. I bumped
He
it
wants to
down to
make-
great tier because of it. I couldn't keep it
that's
in
that's
top
just
tier
me.
anymore.
I don't know anything about that. Like
It's-
I
he
honestly
wanted
don't.
he wanted to make a version of the internet strictly so that parents could explicitly watch their children surf the internet and see exactly what they wanted, see exactly what they were looking
Yeah,
at. And
I
then
don't-
He's a
It was
very
really-
big
it was
he's
really
a very big
weird.
religious fanatic who has a very bad ego. Have you seen the video where they put the Persona corruption music over him talking to the haters, and he says,
Yeah.
"What are you doing? I love myself. God loves me. What are you? You're nothing. You're
dude,
This
it's
is all going over the head. Holy crap! I
it's,
have
it's
never
insane.
heard any of
It's
this.
insane. We'll find it for
Okay,
you after
that's
the
Fairly
break.
Odd Parents though. Drake and Josh. Is it because of Drake Bell
It's
right
because
now?
of Drake Bell, yeah.
that's so unfortunate.
See,
I
no,
know,
the thing
it's
is
very
because
unfortunate.
in terms of when it was coming out, we had no idea, and it's different with Butch Hartman and Dan Schneider. I get your point saying that during that time we'd have no idea about
Yeah.
either of them, but it is an unexcusable act what Drake Bell did.
It's
So I am like, no.
Yeah, I know. It sucks because it shows. It's a childhood. I love that show so much.
I know,
and
it's a childhood
I love
thing.
it not because of Drake Bell. I love it because of every other character pretty much.
absolutely.
Because
Crazy
like,
Steve.
Like, yeah, Crazy Steve. Literally, Miranda Cosgrove's, like, that was her show.
Megan.
That's
It branched off to
branched
her own
off into
show.
pretty much everything else that she's in now. So, like,
Yeah.
I'll get into that when we get into the greater stuff. But I could definitely understand Fairly Odd Parents now and Drake and Josh. Yes.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because there are parts of the show that I really enjoy.
Where's the door?
Drake, where's the door?
Where's the door?
It's iconic. It's classic scenes like that, which really like makes it so
difficult.
sad.
I
And then
know.
like the bits at the movie theater too were always funny with Crazy Steve. Like
Oh my
said.
God, Crazy Steve is
And, like,
amazing.
that's probably why he got the job in iCarly.
As
You know what I
Spencer,
mean?
yeah.
'Cause everybody loved him,
100%.
but he was just like a very minor side character.
Yeah.
But that's
It's so well done, and I appreciate what each of these shows did for childhood content creation, because they're really important, and we still see those tropes today.
Right.
So I appreciate them, but I can't stand by them.
yeah.
So
It's okay.
Yeah.
Understandable.
let's shoot right up to the perfected side, because that's as much time as we're gonna get out of it.
All right.
This
Well,
whole segment.
Well, should we?
Let
I
John
think-
or not let let Simon go first because he went.
I was
last.
just gonna first say, can we like bring up some shows that aren't on this list? Because I have like two shows that I
Yeah,
literally just
yeah.
thought about. First off, Victorious isn't on this list,
Victorious is a
Man,
a great show.
I low key forgot about
and
that
then
show.
like I forgot until like looking at. I was like, wait a second, where's Victorious at? And
Yeah.
then I literally.
You're a big Robbie stan, right?
No,
Oh
was
my
it a
God,
big-
who didn't
I
love
was a big.
Robbie?
Oh my gosh, what's her name? Jade. I was a big
Jade.
Jade person, obviously.
Oh,
right?
obviously, right? Okay, cool. Now you.
I can't
Now you made
remember-
it weird.
I can't
Thanks.
remember the other show that I was trying to think of that's also not in here.
Oh,
but
I
hey,
had two shows, but I can only name one of them.
Hey man, I was just thinking of
I'm
the other
kidding,
one,
I'm
but I got
sorry.
distracted. Anyways,
All right.
you go ahead.
You want
start
me to
with
go
your list.
first?
Yes.
All right.
I'll
So I
remember the
have a
other
good
show.
amount on
You got
here.
a big one, man.
I do.
That's the.
I have a big
your
list.
Tier list is top heavy. It's like
Yeah.
a staircase going upside down.
It's a scare stace.
Scary.
Yeah.
I think that's a Goosebumps book.
I wish it was. Anyway, see, so
Goosebumps
these are what they are. I have Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Obviously.
top tier, god tier. El Tigre, amazing show, amazing show. I have Rocco's Modern Life. I love that show too. Jimmy Neutron,
Obviously.
Ren and Stimpy. Although some of the
Another
stuff,
thing.
another thing about that.
Yeah.
SpongeBob, Cat Dog, Ned's Declassified School Survival
Oh,
Guide.
obviously.
Danny Phantom, Cat Scratch, and My Life as a Teenage Robot.
I'm so happy that someone else loves Cat Scratch.
Dude, Cat Scratch is so
Nobody
funny.
talks about it.
It's such a
Cat
good show.
Scratch?
The one with the three,
cats.
the one with the three dudes. The one looks like a weird like
the,
sock thing. The little black.
That's
cat
Waffles,
one.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I remember seeing the
It
three
was
characters, but I
barely
don't remember
aired.
the
And I think
show.
this is another Canadian show.
It was another Canadian show that didn't do well in the States, so they only put it on like Nicktoons for
Bro,
a couple seasons,
I
and they're like,
loved it. You had the Irish or Scottish cat. I
even
forget.
though he's a Japanese bobtail. I own a
You're
cat, so I know
guy.
cat breeds
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
Yeah, but dude, and the person who voices Waffles is the person
Yeah.
who voices Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
It is, yeah.
And he also does Carl Weezer and a ton
From
of other
Weezer.
people. Yeah, from Weezer. Yeah.
You okay?
No, but I
From
think
Weezer.
from Weezer, Carl from Weezer, of course. But all of these shows, I think, are just perfection.
Oh, yeah.
They're
No,
so
yeah.
good, and like with the whole Ren and Stimpy thing, the animator is a bad dude. Again, like I really hate it, and he does. You know, I'm actually gonna move it back down, unfortunately, just because he's done some unforgivable things.
Ren and Stimpy is. I actually didn't start watching it until last year. I never watched this growing
Oh my
up.
god, it's so funny.
And I'm like, started getting clips on YouTube, so then I started watching full episodes.
the
I'm
Happy
like,
Happy
this-
Joy Joy bit is
Dude,
amazing.
that is a classic song, bro. I heard that song way before I even knew it was from Ren and Stimpy.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, hold on a second. They aired this?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, Ren and Stimpy was like the pushing the FCC boundaries on animated television before like Robot Chicken and stuff
It
like
was
that.
okay.
It was
Listen, man.
Oh my god,
I
it was
want a
crazy.
deep dive. I know this is a Cartoon Network show. I went on a deep dive last year. I started watching Ren and Stimpy. I started watching Cow and Chicken.
Cow and Chicken is so funny
I watched
too.
that as a kid, but I wanted to watch all of it again. And
It's
I'm like,
so-
oh, no
you're
wonder
like,
this freaked me
wow.
out, but I still liked it as a kid.
Yeah.
I had the Game Boy Advance game, Cartoon Network Block Party.
Oh yeah.
That was my first ever Game Boy game. After that was Pokemon. That led to a whole
Not
different road in my
different
life.
path, yeah.
Anyway, but I always picked Cow because Cow was funny.
Cow's funny.
But yeah, anyway, that was my tangent.
I feel like Cartoon Network definitely pushed the line a lot more.
They did.
In the
They
early
did.
days than Nickelodeon. With animated, I feel like live action Nickelodeon obviously.
The only few animated ones that really pushed the line would probably be, the like Two Angry Beavers, Cat Dog, Rocco's Modern Life.
I never watched Angry Beavers or Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh my God, both of them are so good.
Rocko's Modern Life is really good.
I have a Rocco shirt that I wear.
I know, dude.
So frequently, I love Rocco's Modern Life. It's
After-
so funny. Heifer's the best. He's the cow. He's so funny, and just he's basically the dumb character in the show. Although all of them are pretty dumb, but that show kind of pushed some boundaries. There's like an episode where Rocco was trying to get a job, and he got a job at a phone, like at a caller line, and he didn't know that it was a People of the Night caller line.
Yeah, that show also had some parts that pushed. I'm starting to remember
It
that
had
show
some,
too.
it had
I
some
was
pretty
like,
rough parts in it.
That also
But
pushed
yeah.
the line as well. I loved it.
Awkward, yeah. John, do you want to do yours next?
Yeah.
I can't talk about mine all night.
No, I mean we all have a very similar listing. Obviously, Avatar I feel like should be on all of ours first.
Oh,
Top-
it's
top
my
tier.
very top one,
Exactly.
too.
Same.
Like, of
It's
course,
amazing.
iCarly follows that for me, and then Ned's Declassified is like.
You remember how they released the dodgeball episode of Ned's Declassified where you throw one up and then hit the person when they look at it? And then the next day in school, everybody did that.
Oh my gosh. That was the end of the days after that episode.
Do you remember that?
See, now my school didn't really follow Nickelodeon. They did more Disney stuff, which was really frustrating because everybody would be like, "Oh, Phineas and Ferb, so funny, Phineas and Ferb," and I'm like, "Stop, dude, it's not that funny."
Why did they say it in like a
They didn't. I'm just doing a dumb voice.
little German boy accent?
Phineas and Ferb.
Oh my God, it's a good day.
It's hot in here.
It's very hot in here.
I have Drake and Josh after that just because I admire that show for what it was. I understand what it is now, but I don't like. And then I have Jimmy Neutron because, of course, that show is amazing. It sparked
show's so good.
movies and yeah. It was
Well, the
amazing.
movie came first.
And then they had a crossover with what was it?
Timmy Power
Fairly
Hour.
Odd
Fairly
Parents.
Odd
the
Parents.
Jimmy
Oh
Timmy
my
Power Hour.
gosh.
They had
We
three
should
of
do
those.
we should do crossover movies. And
I
then
know that's a very
and then I
niche
have
category.
Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel's so
Saved
good.
by the Bell?
No, Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel because I love Keenan Thompson and I can't remember his name right now.
Kel.
But well, no, but that's not his actual
I
name.
know.
But and then I have Cat Dog after that, another amazing film. And then I did have Fairly Odd Parents up there. Like it was either SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents because both those shows really hit with me in my childhood. But then Simon gave his points, and I was just like, I understand. I didn't know that. And SpongeBob, all in all, is really good. Plus, Mr. Krabs is in Shawshank Redemption, so I love
He
that.
is.
I love
He
that
is, you're
so
right.
much. So I can't complain about that.
I don't think I've ever heard that sentence before.
That's Krabs is in
Every time-
Shawshank Redemption.
I remember the scene where they're panning across the prison like jail cells, and then
And
you see
Mr.
Mr.
Krabs
Krabs
is
just
just
standing
like-
there,
He's just standing there, just like.
and he goes, he's like, what's yeah, Andy Dufresne, my boy, let me out. He starts,
Dufresne survived against the boys.
he starts banging his claw against the bars like the officers
Yeah.
do with their nightstick.
You just hear Andy Dufresne just walking noise.
Oh my goodness.
That's so good.
All right,
Richie.
all right. Let me give you mine. All
Run
right.
through
Number
yours real
one,
quick.
Avatar.
Of
I-
course,
I
of course,
rewatched
of
that
course.
last semester, like the entire thing. I usually
So
skip
good.
book one because I think it's boring.
If you've seen book one like twice or three times,
You don't
you
need
could
it.
probably
No, but
skip
here's the
it
thing.
because
I
it's like
decided
two chapters. in
because
the
I've
book.
skipped it so many times. I decided to watch it again. I skipped the episode where they lead the people through the canyon because that one sucks.
Secret Tunnels. Oh wait, no.
No,
You're
not
talking
Secret
about the other
Tunnel.
one.
Tunnel, yeah,
Secret
that's the-
Tunnel is a
just-
classic. I'm talking about the one where there's the two different like rivaling tribes that argue with each other.
Yeah, that's just.
And then Aang is like, "Oh, I have to help them out."
Oh, I have to do
even
something.
in book 3, when they do the recap episode, they make a joke in the recap episode about how bad that episode was, and they skip it in the recap.
I just need to bring something up. Did you guys ever watch that show with the editor notes on or anything like that?
No.
'Cause I used to have Avatar: Last
I didn't know
Airbender.
that.
I
Oh
used
wait,
to
no,
have,
yeah,
like
they would
that.
do.
They used to do that like on air, like on TV.
That's
They would
awesome.
literally just to have go like fun fact by editors like this and this, and I remember that so much now that sorry,
Yeah.
I just remember
No,
that
that.
was a
Wrap
bad
yours
episode. But
up.
other than that, book 1, I think it's worth watching.
Yeah.
Like every time you rewatch it, just skip that one episode. Anyway, after that, Drake and Josh.
Okay.
I remember that was like the one show that my mom, brother, and I would get around the TV and watch. You know,
Good one.
whenever my mom had to go do an errand, right? It was just me, my brother, and her. So she would tell my brother and I, yeah, I'm gonna be gone for like probably like 4 Drake and Josh episodes because we didn't know what time was because we were little kids, you know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's like, oh, so it's 2 hours now. But, you know, telling the kid terms, 4 Drake and Josh episodes. After that, Jimmy Neutron. Got to have a classic.
Oh
course.
my God, amazing.
I like that episode where Nick, his debut episode, you know, the cool guy with the lollipop.
Oh, yeah.
He pushes Jimmy into a locker and his hair clips through the locker.
Well, that was it wasn't his debut episode though because Nick was in the movie and the movie came first.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah, the movie
All
came
right.
first.
The
and
first
people,
episode with Nick in it then.
Yeah. The first episode where he comes back after the movie and he pushes Jimmy into the locker and the tip of Jimmy's hair
It clips
Clips
into the
to the
thing.
locker.
clips through the locker.
Hey, no clips.
He no clips.
Have you
and
seen
goes to the back rooms.
Hugh Neutron, the voice actor, is like back on Twitter, and he's like once again voicing like memes in Hugh Neutron's voice, the dad's voice.
No, really?
Yeah, like he did like
You
the
know,
Shadow
Jim-son?
Realm like meme. He like voiced that in the
Jimbo,
legit
I'm
voice.
sorry.
Oh, Jimbo, I love that voice.
And then after that, SpongeBob, but like early season months.
Early season SpongeBob's
Did you have any
amazing.
live action? Drake and Josh, is that
Drake
it?
and Josh
That's
was
it.
all
Those
I
are the
had on
only
Did you
4
not have
that I
Ned-
had.
Was Ned Declassified close?
Ned Declassified is high, great tier, and so is
Okay.
LT Gray because that
LT
show
Grace.
was amazing.
I don't think
It
I've
was
ever
amazing.
watched that show.
Take the
was
time out of
very
your day to
short.
watch
Is
it.
it that
It's
one?
great.
It's that one, right?
It's the one with the
the
guy
one
with
with
the
the- yeah,
TV
yeah,
head.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then
That's
Was Mucha
that's El
Lucha-
Puma
was
Loco.
that-
That's Cartoon Network.
okay, that's why
Mucha Luchas.
with the flea.
Yeah, with the flea. He's great.
That show would be S tier in Cartoon
Yeah.
Network. I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
Nickelodeon for some reason. So
No,
I was like,
it was,
why
one
is
of,
that
it
on
was
the
during that
list?
weird time where like it all blended together for most of us because it was like the golden era of cartoons is what I call it.
Yeah.
'Cause you had
It
like
If we do a
Class of
Cartoon Network
3000.
tier list, dude, I could talk
Dude,
about that
after
forever.
going through this list, when we were deciding after going, I was like, dang, I'm starting to remember a lot of
Yeah,
cartoons.
right?
Yeah.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was like the number
Oh,
one
that's
show.
S, that's
yeah,
S.
S,
That's
100%.
Anyway,
100%.
yeah. So we've only got a little bit of time left. Let's talk about the geek recommendation from last week. Emma recommended Shadow and Bone from Netflix, and I gotta say, I was pretty alright with it. I felt like it was good. She did mention that it was better than the books. I haven't read the books, but this made me
Right.
interested in looking into them. So that's one aspect of it. I want to know what you guys thought.
I don't think it's obviously if she says it's better than the books, I'm not going to read the books. I'm not really that big of a reader anyhow. I'll just, listen, all right?
He likes looking at pictures.
Here's
like
the
the
thing though. I
pictures.
can go through more TV shows because I can put that on in the background while I do other things like, work on assignments, blah, 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 do college stuff or play video games, whatever the case is, right? But watching the show, I definitely didn't think it was going to be that high fantasy. They have this thing called the Fold, which is like,
God, that's so cool.
It
And I'm
is
like, that's
cool.
super cool.
and it's very interesting. And then
great world
it's like in the middle of their country, and they have to go across it because the side of the country they're on is like in a food shortage, supply shortage. So they're like, oh, well, why don't we just go around? It's like, oh, because they're war-torn countries on either side of our north and south, so we have to go through the Fold. I will say though, I think the best part is the costume design.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they look really good. There's like they literally have people that look like the military from Fullmetal Alchemist. Not even to
Yeah.
add that people actually have gloves where they can snap and make fire. And there's airbenders.
Aren't those like the Inferni?
I don't
know what
I
the
don't
things
remember
were.
what they're
It was a
called.
lot of lore thrown at you all
Oh
at
my
once.
goodness,
is the
dude.
problem.
It's an hour-long episode, and the first half is literally just world building and like lore.
Mm-hmm. It's a good show. I am gonna rate it a solid 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 sand skippers. I don't remember exactly what they call them, but the ships they used to go
I think it was called like an
into.
ultralight, right?
Yeah, an ultralight is what it was.
But I'll also rate it 3 out of 5 because they really built a solid world, but it didn't grab me yet because nothing has really like
made sense.
made sense or very kind of like happened at me. All I know so far is that one of the main characters is going to go inside the Fold. That's it.
I think it's the three main characters that we met are going.
Oh,
in,
yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
on the same ship is what it was.
The cartographer, the warrior, and then the I can't remember what the other one was.
Yeah. Anyway, I know John, you didn't watch it.
I sadly did not watch it, but I'll trust you guys 3 out of 5 sand skippers.
Yeah.
And then is it my turn?
It is your turn, John.
I
Go ahead and
actually
geek 'em
just
in.
had a change of thoughts.
Yeah.
Do you think I could geek them in the new Batman movie since spring break is coming up?
You know
I mean,
what?
That's a whole week to see it. I'll probably go back to KC and see with some buddies.
Like, do you think it's probable that you guys could see it before
Yeah,
the
I
next
think it would
Tuesday? If not, then we could totally do Peacemaker episode 1.
Let's do one or the other. We'll come back
And then we'll
after
decide.
spring break for our regular annual meeting.
Yeah, if
and
one of you
then
guys have at least seen it, I'd totally down.
Okay.
Because we could probably get Ben in here and then.
talk about it.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll rave about it.
He killed the Batman quiz, so obviously
Oh, yeah,
he's
it'll
gonna
be
have a
good.
lot
It
of.
was
harsh
also an easy
critiques.
quiz, so I'll give him that.
Yeah.
All right, John. Thank you for recommending the Batman and/or Peacemaker. I really, really enjoy doing these tier lists, so
Yeah,
this
it's
has to
fun.
be something we
This
have
is
to
fun.
keep doing.
Cartoon
Oh,
Network.
absolutely.
So thank you guys both for joining me as always, and you nerded it here first.
With abortion being such a hot political topic,
Broadcasting their show, In the Trenches, live to the KXCV KRNW station.
SAC and officers of the University Police Department were present to help coordinate the event.
The new Nottoway Humane Society is an animal shelter that houses cats and dogs here in Maryland.
Media professor Adam Bocart presented his lecture, Risk versus Chance, at the last lecture series.